I'm DaniSurname and I'm back on my bed doing a duvet video. It's been a while and I fancied being politically and socially relevant, as I feel this is a subject that I should comment on, as I have stuff to say and I comment on it a lot out there in the real world. So I thought I would share how I feel about Sochi with you, because I love you guys. Earlier today, me and my girlfriend tried to make a vlog about Sochi and relevant topics, but it didn't work. And then my battery cut out. So I will filter through that footage and upload it anyway, because it's not often that we shoot together. But I decided I should come home and film my Sochi video with just me, so I can be serious. It is a serious topic. It's time I did a serious video again. First of all, I want to say well done to Google, Channel 4, Lush and other amazing companies who have all released pro-queer and pro-LGBTQ campaigns around the opening of the Winter Olympics. Google changed their logo to the colours of the rainbow and had an excerpt from the Olympic Charter which clearly stated how Russia's laws are violating the Olympic Charter. Channel 4 have repainted their logo and they've got this pyramid of rainbow colours and pink backgroundy loveliness that pops up in the break of like every programme. Lush have started this pink triangle campaign, which is fantastic. They have massive pink triangles in all of their windows, and I'm sure there are a bunch of other campaigns out there as people rise against the evilness of Vladimir Putin. Yes, way to get in with your subtle passive-aggressive campaigns. Canada, I freaking love you. If you haven't seen it, I think there's a few actually, but I've only seen the bobsleigh one. If you haven't seen the Canadian bobsleigh advert, I'm going to include a link to it on the floor. Go watch it. It has the tagline, "The Olympics has always been a little bit gay. Let's fight to keep it that way." Canada, I love you so much. Why am I not Canadian? Canada, you're so cool. I am not watching the Winter Olympics this year, which is a shame because I really like winter sports. I'm a big fan of ice skating. I always thought speed skating was really cool when I was a kid. It was something that I wanted to do, although I didn't have the athletic drive to do so. So yes, a little bit sad that I'm not letting myself watch the Winter Olympics, but I just don't want to. I don't want to have anything to do with an event that's being hosted in a country that wishes I was dead. It's a very passive-aggressive way of stating my views, and I feel really heartbroken for the queer athletes and the queer supporting athletes who are taking part in the Winter Olympics. And my girlfriend and I had a conversation about what we would do if one of us was an athlete and the other was obviously still with them. And we came to the conclusion that if we were a queer athlete, we would still compete in the games because they've trained their whole lives. They've put blood, sweat and tears into their sport, into training for an event that only happens every 4 years. And you can't throw that away, and it must be such a difficult decision to make to whether you compete in a country that wants to put you in jail. And it's got to be such an awful atmosphere to be part of. But if I was a queer athlete, I would still compete. If Babe was a queer athlete, I would support her. Obviously, we wouldn't be able to celebrate any victories with loving kisses or hugs or any gesture of affection whatsoever. We would have to keep our relationship to a minimal. Props to the queer athletes who are still taking part in the Winter Olympics. Because I'm not watching the Winter Olympics this year, I googled how the opening ceremony went, and apparently it was shit. One of the rings didn't go off, the Olympic Village is apparently a mess, everything is going awfully, Germany pops out with their fabulous uniforms of rainbowiness. And overall, it seems to be substandard from what I've read, which Putin is probably disappointed with because more money has been spent on the Sochi Winter Olympics than has ever been spent on any of the Winter Olympics in the past. You'd hope that would pay off. I also googled pro-LGBTQ protests that are going on, different campaigns and things, and Google, Channel 4 and the Canadian advert all popped up in the article I was reading. There's also the lipstick Vladimir Putin sign, which I think looks fantastic. How fetching. There's this queer beer that's come out. There are fashion lines that have been released. There's of course Germany's fashionable explosions of colour. Well done, Germany. You look amazing. And there have been various passive-aggressive campaigns that have been released. Well done. It's difficult to have your say when the country in question is an aggressive country. I wish I had money so I could make some sort of punny, tongue-in-cheek campaign for us queerios. My favourite campaign so far has been an educational advert that was released by The Guardian, where the advert teaches you how to say, "Where can I buy a rainbow flag?" in Russian. And it's brilliant. Gdzie ja mogу kupić raduszny flag? I apologise if I just butchered the language, but that has been my favourite campaign so far. And I will forever remember how to say that, and that is the only thing I can say in Russian. Props to all the campaigners that have done something to support us queerios. Props to the queer athletes and the queer supporting athletes. Give me an ego boost, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.